YouTube channel. Again, my name is Savannah and this is just going to be a channel about fitness, health, and wellness and stuff like that. So just keep watching if you're interested. So today we are going to be talking about something that I get a lot of questions about. 12 tips on how to lose weight and how to keep it off and like really change your lifestyle so that you can stay healthy and happy with the body that you want and that you are going to appreciate and adore and love. Number 1, no soda or pop. It has so much sugar, and honestly the carbonation and the sugar mixed together is not good for you. I don't know if you've ever seen the Coca-Cola like gets rust and grime off of something. Like you can use Coca-Cola for cleaning and people put it in their body. And I mean, yeah, you can have your occasional, like when I go out and have a good time, I'll have a vodka diet. Like, you know, like it's nice to have every once in a while, but if you're having it every single day, it's going to take such a bad toll on your body. Your body's going to be overwhelmed with sugar. You're not hydrated. Like, it's just so bad for you. So if you drink pop every single day, I don't suggest cutting it out cold turkey, because then you're going to crave it and you're going to want it more. So you really need to just like limit it. So like maybe you drink 2 pops a day, maybe drink 1 and then drink 1 every other day, and then maybe only like once a week. Like I look forward to my cheat day because I get things that I don't usually get to eat, so it makes it worth it, if that makes sense. But yeah, just save it and make it like something special, like a reward. So like when you do this or you reach this goal, have a gigantic pop. I mean, 1 isn't gonna kill you every once in a while. Tip number 2 has to go with kind of number 1. Cut out sugar and look at the sugar on the labels, even on stuff that's healthy. So like Gatorades have, I want to say like 50 grams or something of sugar. I will correct that, and if I'm wrong I'll put it down below. But they have so much sugar in them and they're so bad for you. Even though it's like a healthy drink, it still has that much sugar and it's not doing anything for you. There's also a lot of sugar in juices that you buy from the store, so like pre-made like juices, so like the apple juice, even like if you get like a kale drink with like kale, apple, celery, if you look at the sugar content in that, they add sugar and stuff. So unless you're making your own, like even protein shakes, like you can go to Smoothie King or Tropical Smoothie, and there's, oh my gosh, I've like 70 grams of sugar in one. So I always have recommended making your own smoothies at home and making your own juices if that's what you're gonna do, because then you know what's in it and you're not adding anything extra, so you can just keep it really healthy and light. Okay, number 3. I can't stress this enough. I know everybody is always telling you to do this, and just like, I get it, like I've learned about this since I was little, but drink water. Like, water just cleanses everything out of your body. It keeps you hydrated. Water is so good for your skin. It is literally good for everything. Like anything you can imagine, water can probably cure it. Okay, so another one is drinking tea instead of coffee. Coffee is just filled with carbs and sugar that you don't need, and cutting that out can make a huge difference, again, because coffee is just completely loaded with sugar and carbs, and if you honestly cut that out, that will probably make a huge difference in your life. So these are my 2 favorite teas. They're by Yogi, and honestly Yogi has the best tea. Whatever. Honestly, Yogi has the best tea. They have it for a lot of different things. They have it for skin, for bloating, which I have right here. They have other ones that are literally called like de-bloat, but this one's called lemon ginger, and I'll post it down below. And then this one's called green tea blueberry slim life. Now this is the one I drink every single morning. It says energizes and supports a dieting program, which it completely does. I will even read the back for you. Formulated to help provide energy for an active lifestyle, we combine green tea and fruit extract with ginseng and eleuthero extracts to support stamina. Sweet blueberry flavor and bright hibiscus make green tea blueberry slim life tea a delicious addition to weight loss program or exercise and a balanced diet. So there you have it. It has caffeine in it and it just boosts your metabolism, and green tea is just so good for you in so many ways. Green tea is just a lot better for you than coffee, and you can add a little sweetener to it. That's what I do, and even for my coffee, I don't use creamer or any sugar at all. I just use Splenda. They have other sweeteners that you can use that are better for you than sugar, and they're not going to kill you. I mean, they say a lot of them give you cancer, but I mean, what doesn't these days? And once every week, just like treat yourself. Get a coffee. Just maybe cut out some of the sugar and the creamer, but that's what I do. Like once a week I probably have a coffee and I just sit down and like you really enjoy it a lot more. Just to put things into perspective, 4 grams of sugar is equal to 1 tablespoon of sugar. So next time you are going to eat or drink something, like think about that in your head, because that's what I always do, because I'm like, God, I really want this, but then I think about that and I'm like, oh my God, like this, say like a Starbucks coffee, I literally get no sugar in them anymore because they made me crazy from all the sugar and the caffeine and all that. So I just don't get any sugar with that. But just imagine, like, so say your Starbucks coffee, and this is low for them, has 12 grams of sugar in it. Just imagine literally taking 3 tablespoons, just taking a spoon and just 3 scoops into your drink. Like, that is crazy. That is so much sugar. Once you start cutting the sugar out of your diet from all of your drinks and your foods, you're gonna realize how much of a difference and how sugary everything actually is. Number 5, working out. I know that sounds so obvious and it's like, okay, we could have told you that, but you need to work out. And when you do work out, do something that you like. If you are working out and you completely hate it, say you're running, no, I'm not gonna run, I hate running, screw it. Okay, you don't have to run. You can bike, you can do HIIT programs. They take 40 minutes to do, if that. There's some that are literally like 15 minutes. Just make sure it's something that you love, because if you're just doing something that you hate, and there are things that I hate, like I used to hate running on the treadmill and now I just love it, but I hated doing squats. Like, this just sounds kind of dumb, but like I just really didn't like it. I didn't like the pressure it put on my body, especially when I had to do weights for soccer. They'd really push me on squats, and I knew that I could do the weight, but I just didn't like the pressure it put on my body, like the literal pressure of it, like on my shoulders, pushing my body down. Like, I didn't like it, especially when it was like double my size, like that, whatever. But now I honestly love doing squats because I do them the way I want to do them, but I make sure I'm so comfortable doing them and I know they're good for my body. So I've like put myself in the mindset that I like them because I know how good they are for me. But yeah, just get into something you like, whether it's, honestly, yoga is a huge one. Yoga helps with your mind, helps with your body. And if you think for 1 second that you will not walk out of yoga freaking thinking you didn't get a workout, you are wrong. I do hot yoga over the summers, and I'm not even kidding. Like, yeah, the temperature is up in that room like 80 degrees and you're doing things, but your abs, like, you have to do certain poses where you're literally like in a plank, like a low plank, just holding it, and like everybody else is doing such a good job, so like you're not gonna give out. So maybe just try yoga or try biking, or just really figure out something you like. You need to figure out what you enjoy, and once you start doing that, keep doing it, make a habit out of it. You're gonna see huge changes because you are taking care of your body. You're gonna feel better, like everything's gonna like go up from there. Tip number 6, tracking calories. Whenever I heard people talking about calorie counting, I was always like, I just eat whatever I want. And I did, and I've never really eaten unhealthy, but like I never really counted how many calories I was eating until I got this app. It is called LifeSum, and it just is a green screen. Oh, okay. I haven't put anything in today, but it looks like that, and it's called LifeSum. I will link it down below so you guys can get it. Okay, so say I wanted to lose 5 pounds in a month. They would tell me how many calories, how many carbs, how many grams of sugar, how many grams of protein. They calculate all that for you and tell you how much you should eat. They have a super simple system, so you can scan a barcode. Like, I eat oatmeal almost every morning. There's a rare occasion that I don't, but it has on the box, you can type in the name of it, but on the box you can go scan the barcode, and it puts all the nutritional information into the app for you, and it starts to count it. So say I know my oatmeal has 10 grams of protein. It automatically puts 10 grams of protein down. Like, it puts everything, like calories, protein, sugar, carbs, all that, even sodium. So it's just super simple like that. And even if it doesn't have a barcode, to say it's like fresh produce, you can type in asparagus, and then you put in like 5 spears of asparagus, or like ounces. Like, it's super simple, and it counts everything for you, so you don't have to do it. You can also keep track of how much water you drink. So in the app, it has like 8 glasses of water at the bottom, and you can tap them and fill them up throughout the day. Fuzzy. That's just like a super easy way to keep track and make sure you're getting all of the water, food, nutrients, the right amounts of everything that you need. So again, that app is called LifeSum, and I will put it down below. Okay, so tip number 7 is to make sure you're fueling your body. I'm guilty of it, and I know so many other people are guilty of it. starving yourself is so bad for you. And again, you're probably like, Savannah, we know. And starving yourself doesn't even mean like you don't eat all day. Starving yourself can be what I did in high school, where I just would literally eat one protein bar in the morning and have a protein shake for lunch, and like that was it for the whole day. My body literally was deteriorating before my eyes. Like I had people come up to me and be like, hey, are you eating? Like teachers, like, hey, like, are you eating? Like, are you okay? And I honestly, looking back on it, like I obviously appreciate it so much, but I just need to like stress how important it is to fuel your body. Your body, to burn fat, you need something to fuel the fire to burn it. Like, if that makes sense. If your body, like, yeah, fasting, I honestly fast, and fasting is good for you every once in a while, but when your body has no food, you're not going to have any energy. Your workouts are going to be crap because you have no energy to do anything. You're just not going to have energy, and it's just so important to fuel your body with the right foods. Like, yeah, you can fuel it with crap and garbage, like whatever, but to fuel it with the right foods, you will feel so much better. Honestly, when you start to eat cleaner and just cut out little stuff, you're gonna feel automatically better. I get a lot of messages about how to get a flat, like tight stomach, and honestly, you can do as many abs as you want. You could go and run every single day and all this stuff, but if you don't have a good diet, you're always gonna have a little bit extra there. And clean eating, like getting a flat stomach, is honestly more about diet than it is working out. Losing weight is more about diet than it is working out. Like, working out just helps. Oh, and I'm also going to be doing a grocery haul, so look out for that. And it's going to be a bunch of like the clean foods that I eat, and even like processed stuff like the RX bars that I'm obsessed with. Like, yeah, they're processed, but they're also a lot better than other protein bars that have like 20 grams of sugar, all of these carbs, and all of this fake stuff that you just don't need in your body. Just make sure you're fueling your body with the right stuff. Tip number 8 is make sure you have a good night's sleep. I just recently started waking up at around 7 a.m. every morning, and I do that because I've realized when I wake up earlier, I'm moving around a lot earlier, and I take more steps, I burn more calories throughout the day, and I get a lot more done. If you sleep in all day, or you go to bed at 2 and then you wake up at 12, and I know we've all done it. Your body's just, you're literally laying there, like you're wasting your whole day away. And then when you wake up, it's lunchtime, so you're not getting like a protein packed breakfast that you should get. You just need to make sure you're getting a lot of sleep, because if you don't, then you're going to be tired, and then you're not going to want to work out, and then you're not going to want to go cook your food. And I know that sounds silly, but if I'm tired and I'm like, I have to go cook myself dinner, like I'd rather just go pass out in bed. I normally go to bed at around, I want to say like 11:30 or 12, and then I wake up from like 7 to 8. And I mean, the past few days I've actually been waking up like 8. Doesn't matter. But I've been trying to wake up at like 7 or 8, and then that's like 7 to 8 hours of sleep every single night. I wake up, I'm excited. I honestly get excited for the day. I don't know why. I'm just weird. I go work out. I'm just like in a better mood all day because I'm not grouchy because I didn't get enough sleep. I have energy, and it's just honestly good for you overall. If you're not getting a good night's sleep, you're just whatever. Just make sure you're getting at least 7 to 9, I think, hours of sleep. I think that's the amount, but I will check. Just make sure you're getting that much sleep so that it's just, so you're just happier, honestly, and you're just getting up and boosting your metabolism, and it's gonna help you lose weight. Tip number 9, alcohol is just so bad for your body. Like, it's so bad. And so I just encourage you guys to cut out as much alcohol as you can and cut out fast food. Fast food is another one. It is, I can't even like explain to you guys how important it is to cut out fast food. When you get fast food, you're either eating calories that you don't need, or you are replacing a meal with something that is processed, frozen, reheated up, and then you added with a bunch of other preservatives and all this crap that you don't need. But I would just say cut back on as much fast food as you can, because it is just loaded with so many bad things, and instead of having like a well balanced, like fresh, healthy meal, you're replacing it with a gross, like, you know. And so I would just cut back as much alcohol and fast food as you possibly could. I'm not saying don't go out and have a good time. You gotta find like a really good balance. And if you are going out, do not, and we're all guilty of this. I'm super guilty of this because when I do drink, I do love my cheese quesadilla. So I would drink and then we'd go to Taco Bell. Try your absolute hardest to not drink and then go get fast food or sit there and just munch on everything all night. Like, that's so bad. And I would literally wake up and I'd have like a Taco Bell bag next to me and I was like, oh my God, no. Literally, I think one cheese quesadilla is like 600 calories. Like, that on top of all the alcohol I just drank was so disgusting to me. Like, so just try your hardest to cut both of those out and you're going to see a huge difference. Tip number 10, don't cut out anything that I've mentioned cold turkey, because you're going to crave it and you're going to miss it and then you're going to break and you're going to go get it and then you're going to have to restart. So really just wean yourself off. Maybe if you do drink pop or like eat junk food or drink coffee every single day, get your Starbucks every day or get fast food for lunch, maybe start packing your lunch and get fast food and all that like every other day. And then once a week, you just have to take it slow. Like, you can't just cut cold turkey because, again, you're just going to crave it and you're just going to miss it and you're going to want it and then you're going to cave and then you're literally just going to be back at square one, and nobody wants that. So just really, like, pace yourself. But yeah, just don't cut cold turkey. That's the worst thing you can do, especially with working out and stuff. You can't just be like, I'm going to start this extreme fitness plan today and I'm going to kill it, and you're not. You're gonna be tired and you're gonna be like, screw that, you dove in way too hard and now you're just back to square one. Okay, so tip number 11, this is a huge one and I know we're all guilty of it. Don't weigh yourself too often. I honestly try to weigh myself maybe like once every like 3 weeks, because if you go and you look every single day and you don't see any changes for like the first few days, again, because it's going to take your body time to get used to like your new lifestyle, you're going to be really disappointed and you're going to get discouraged and you're going to be like, why are my numbers changing? I mean, our generation is based all around instant gratification, and if you don't see the results, you get pissy, and so you're just going to be really discouraged if you don't see any changes. You're going to be like, why am I even doing all this? Like, why am I cutting out all this stuff that I like right now? Like, why am I cutting it all out if it's not even doing anything? So don't overweigh yourself. And honestly, if you do all the things that I've mentioned so far and you go in a month later, honestly, like a month, like literally put it on your calendar. I'm huge on doing calendars and schedules and to-do lists, so just bear with me. If you put on your calendar or in your phone, weigh yourself today in a month, like really just set a date. Say like the end of March, I'm gonna weigh myself. Like, okay, you have until the end of March to prove to yourself that you can lose the weight, because you can, and it's simple. You can't allow yourself to indulge in every single meal, and you need to work out and you got to work hard. Nothing's going to come easy. So you have literally a month, or just set a time. It doesn't even have to be a month. You can say, I'm going to weigh myself in 2 months. I'm going to weigh myself in 3 weeks. But you need to be able to prove to yourself, like you are starting a challenge with yourself, because you don't really need to, you're not in competition with anybody else. You're only competing with yourself, and you need to be able to prove to yourself that you can make the changes that you want, and then you can work hard enough. And you will be able to. Honestly, just stay motivated, keep the end goal in mind, and when you step on the scale at the end of that month, I promise you, if you've worked hard and you've done everything you can and you haven't seen any type of decrease, or honestly, maybe you've increased weight because you've gained muscle. If you overweigh yourself, you're just gonna get upset, and I promise you, if you weigh yourself in like a month or whatever, after you've been trying, say you're losing weight, if you try your absolute best, you cut out all the crap, you work hard, you're working out, you're mentally in it, like you really just think you deserve to lose this weight, you want to be happier and healthier, and then you set that date and then you weigh yourself on that date, you're gonna be so much more, I'm just trying to think, it's just gonna feel so much better to step on the scale at the end when you've actually lost weight than if you have to like watch yourself like literally point by point like move down the scale, like, and it's just not healthy for it's just not mentally healthy at all. Like, I used to step on the weight every day and I'd be like, oh my gosh, I went up like 0.7 pounds. Like, how? Like, and I would just get really down on myself. I wouldn't eat, I wouldn't fuel my body, and I was just miserable the rest of the day. Literally, that's all I would think about. So just throw your scale in the closet until that time of the month and just get it out. And honestly, if you haven't seen the improvement, don't get discouraged. Just keep working hard, and it's going to pay off. It literally can't not work out for you if you're eating right, working out, and there might be like some other problem, but if there are no other complications, if you're working hard, eating right, working out, all this stuff, you're mentally like ready, you're gonna see results, because that's just how the body works. My final tip is about not fasting. It's called intermittent fasting. So I basically can only eat in a certain time frame. It's like, it's hard to explain. I actually want to do a whole nother video about it because I really love doing it. But I basically eat from 11 to 7. So I have my breakfast at 11 and I don't eat anything past 7 o'clock. You can eat, honestly, whatever you want in between. Obviously healthy choices, but you can eat whenever you want. You could have your 5 meals, your 3 meals. I basically don't eat from 7 until, what did I say, 11? 7 to 11 in the morning, which I want to say 16 hours. It sounds so terribly long to not eat. You're like, 16 hours, that's literally more than half the day, but it's not. You're sleeping the whole time. Like, you're basically sleeping, and the other ones you're not. You're gonna wake up, have your green tea, you're gonna feel good, and it's just like a habit that you have to start, and you get used to it. But I just really like it, and I think it's really cool to do, because then you're not like finding yourself sneaking back to the cabinet in the middle of the night, or like not going for that late night snack, or like eating, just not like, you're just not consuming like unnecessary calories when you don't need to. Like, you're just set like between these times, and this is when you can eat, and after that you're just burning off all the fat. And it's really worked for me, and I will do a whole nother video, like I said, about it. Those are my 12 tips on how to lose weight and how to keep it off, because honestly, losing weight, you can lose weight, but if you go back to how you ate and your physical exercise and stuff like that, like before you lost all that weight, you're just gonna literally fall right back into that pattern, and you're just gonna gain all the weight back. So all of your hard work was for nothing. When you go to lose weight, I don't think people realize this that much, but it needs to be like a lifestyle change. Like, the way you eat changes, the way you work out changes, even like your mental state changes, like how you think is gonna change. So it's just gonna be a huge, when you want to lose weight and you want to keep it off, you need to make lifestyle changes, because if not, then you're just going to keep regaining the weight, and it's going to be a cycle, and you're just going to be sad, and you're going to be like, why did I gain this back? It's just like a cycle that nobody wants to be on. So I really suggest making a lifestyle change and just following as many of these tips as possible, or completely ignore all of them. But there are other videos and books out there you can watch on how to change your lifestyle. And those are my top 12. I know it's a lot, but those are just all the ones that I wrote down and that I could think of to share with you guys. They're my favorite, and they've just really helped with everything I've gone through and where I want to be. So I just thought that you guys should have them also, so that you can be happy and fit. Okay, so thank you guys so much for watching. My next video is going to be a workout video, so it's not always just going to be me sitting down here talking your ear off and nobody else communicating with me, and me feeling kind of awkward the whole time. But yeah, it's going to be me working out, and I haven't really decided what workout I'm going to do, so leave down in the comments what workouts you want to see or what videos you want to see next. So if you like this video, just give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And again, just leave the comments down below on the workout you want to see or what video you want to see next. And thank you guys so much for watching.